women's basketball team working extra hard?
Never heard enough.
Just trying to make you look perfect.
That's hard to do.
I know.
We're not going to get to that point.
Oh. All right, well, Coach, go on the road trip last week. You go to East Bay, you go to Monterey Bay, and both victories, and taking care of business, and especially on the road. How great was that road trip?
Yeah, well, obviously, I've said this before, and let alone at this point in the season, every game in conference is just going to be a battle, and you really got to bring your A game every night, let alone when you're on the road. So obviously, it's great to come home with 2 victories with East Bay and Monterey Bay, and now we've got a big week ahead of us with San Marcos and San Diego.
All right, so back to work this week. You got some home games. First up on Thursday.
Yeah, and we start school today for the spring semesters, so obviously the girls don't have as much free time. They got to certainly buckle down with their academics, and so a little bit more, focus on their end. And with first having San Marcos on Thursday night, and we just got to have 2 great practices today and tomorrow to prepare ourselves for that game.
Connie, she got the play of the week last week, and she just kept on going and going on the road trip.
Yeah, she's playing with, as I keep saying, as seniors should, she's playing with a major sense of urgency. And there's been a few games now where we've been not necessarily with a comfortable lead in the fourth quarter, or our backs have been up against the wall, and she's kind of just taken over. And one way or the other. In the Monterey Bay game, she wasn't necessarily shooting as she can from the outside, but I thought she did a tremendous job of attacking the basket and really being the aggressor off the dribble. So she's just, again, she knows her games are limited here as far as her senior season goes and her collegiate basketball career, and she's playing with a chip on her shoulder and a major sense of urgency, which is huge for our team.
I was looking at the schedule correctly, so you guys will finish up, 6 of your 8 last night home or something like that, with more home games. How it sets it up now. Talk about how great that is for you. Obviously, what you want to accomplish toward the end of the season, but just having more conference games, or more home games rather, here.
Right. As I always say, of course it's great to play in Lumberjack Arena when you feel the home crowd is obviously behind you. But again, we're in the second half of conference play now, and it's going to go down to the wire in this conference, as it always does as far as standings go. And we just got to put our focus on, we're still striving to become better each week. And, we got to bring our A game this week. We have 2 tough matches. We're not really looking beyond this week and how things are going to pan out. But it's certainly nice when we can play at home and be a little bit more in our comfort zone and hopefully take care of home court.
Aside from the wins that you guys have in the winning streak, what do you continue to see things that you're doing now than, say, you weren't doing during that little blemish?
Yeah, well, I think we really took advantage of the 10 days that we had with no game. After we came back from the San Diego and Pomona trip, we really did a lot of reflecting on where we were at as a team. We watched a lot of film, and I think we made some growth and some progress, primarily on the defensive end in those 10 days. And again, just took advantage of the gym time as far as the players not being in classes. But now we're back in classes, and so our practice time is limited and it's shorter, and we just got to continue to progress and make the most of every practice.
Talk about, especially for you guys, in terms of teamwork, and when it's not just a team keen on maybe 1 or 2, but you have quite a few gals that kind of spread it around.
Well, obviously we feel like that's potentially a strength of our offense, as that we typically do have balance in our scoring attack. We try to emphasize sharing the ball and just playing good basketball, as I say. And when everybody's touching the ball and everybody's involved, obviously it stretches out the defense, and hopefully it gives puts more of a responsibility on our opponents as far as them on the defensive end. We can get contribution from everybody. We're certainly a stronger offensive team.
All right, it's a great thing. Humboldt State Athletics giving tickets to the government workers. Obviously, the shutdown right now, getting a chance to get in, watch some Jacks basketball for free this week. How great is that, and kind of giving back, to those workers that aren't getting a paycheck right now?
No, I think it was, I saw that when we were on the road, that our department did step up in that area, and I think we're sending a great message that, we certainly do want to give back. I was really happy to see that that's something that we are doing, and, just want to be as much as we can to help those that are in need right now, and any little way that we can do that is certainly something that we want to take advantage of.
And what can you say for, viewers out there or on the internet that maybe haven't been out to a women's basketball game this year? They've kind of looked at, what you guys have done in the paper and stats and stadium wise. What can you say, looking at them coming out there, what can they expect to see Thursday or Saturday night?
Right, it's funny you say that because it's happened numerous times where someone will come up to me after a home game, and say, this is the first game I've been to, and I was pleasantly surprised. I just think there's a different perception with men's basketball and women's basketball, which is certainly understandable. But when we can get a new fan, so to speak, to come out to one of our games and they have a good experience, and usually win or lose, the feedback that I get is just, man, your girls really fight, they really battle, and they play hard, and that's something obviously that we take great pride in. So the more fans that recognize that, it's certainly appreciated on our end, as that's something that we attempt to do.
All right, that's all I got.
Great,
Thanks,
thank
Coach.
you. Thank you.